So you probably heard the word AI coming up 50,000 times in the past 3 hours, right? What has it been? 3 hours, maybe 4 hours since everything started. People talking to you about content and how to collaborate with team members to do stuff quicker. And what can you do more to do greater stuff, more creative stuff on your socials? And how can you increase your reach? And what can you do in order to engage more and right? The only problem is that nobody ever talked to you what can go wrong. Now, if you really think about it and we stop for a second and everybody here is running some kind of social, maybe for themselves, maybe for their CEO, for the brand, as an agency, whatever it is. Social media is the number one digital asset you own and is the number one public asset you own. Therefore, when something goes wrong, everybody knows. You cannot hide it under the carpet somewhere. And when everybody knows, it's gonna hurt somebody. And we're gonna speak today, unfortunately, about the darker side of social media. But don't worry, I'm not gonna frighten you too much. I'm gonna also show you what you can do about it, okay? Because there are ways in order to solve it, there are ways in order to reduce the risk, and there are ways to make sure the socials are safe, okay? So I'm gonna start with a few examples just to walk you through some of the biggest, don't wanna say mess ups, but some of them are mess ups. Some of them are not paying enough attention, and some of them are honesty. They couldn't do anything about it. And we'll walk you through. And then in the end, I'm going to show you what you can do tomorrow morning or right after this so you can make sure it never happens to you. Sounds good? Are we good? Everybody's okay? Perfect. So we talked about social media. We started from the MySpace world. Has everybody used MSN? I did. Great stuff, right? Used to be great. And now we're Snapchatting, we're TikToking, whoever TikToks, great for you. But honestly, everybody's there. There's not a single person probably in this audience that thinks that if you promote something or if you try to sell something, people won't go to your socials, right? This is why you're coming to this kind of event. Therefore, also when something is up, something got backlashed, your customer sees that, and then that's your reputation, that's your brand. Now, social media, because it's the number one digital asset, it also becomes the number one vector of attack. Think about that, right? You have millions of followers, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, whatever. These are eyeballs in the other end. If I'm somebody who's a little bit naughty, or let's say a bad actor, I might take advantage of that. I want to reach those tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people because I can get money. I can do a lot of things with this, right? You build this for years. I come in one click, and I can take everything. I can do whatever I want in your account. Think how scary this is. Think about driving here on the highway and you see a gigantic wallpaper with a scan. You will be astonished, right? This is happening daily in social media, for the biggest brands you've ever seen. Now, if you're the brand and you have a verified account, this is you. Your customers think that this official account is the brand account, which they are correct. Now, if this is true, people will try to get into your official accounts. And this is exactly what they're doing. It's a prime target. But also, whatever you post, right, becomes an interaction realm or community for everybody you try to sell to, a product, a service, maybe just for brand awareness. So people will go to your comments to try and take advantage of that because all those eyeballs will go there, right? So I don't need to really hack you to try and take your reach away from you, maybe to pull the narrative to something else, maybe even to basically take your traffic away from you, to take it somewhere else, whether I'm your competitor or just a bad actor. I would send a few phishing links there, for sure. Why not? Nothing stops me. Can go right now to any brand in the world and put the phishing link in their comments, and nothing stops me from doing that. So why wouldn't I, right? If I'm a bad actor. And everything changed because of AI. 5 years ago, you would have 10 fingers or two if you're using a mobile device. Right now, everything is possible. AI is cheaper than people. It's roughly 100x faster than anything you've ever done yourself manually. It's easier to use because it's for every language. You can create things from scratch. No misspellings, no bad grammar, no go pick your package in weird language and don't know what's happening when you get that SMS, right? Everything is hyper personalized, fast, and very easy to execute. And anybody can use it. And if anybody can use it, it means that anybody, unfortunately, can be an attacker. This is an example from Manchester. Happened 2 years ago. Unfortunately, two years later, it happened again to their not manager, sorry, to the head coach. They had to post that we're apologizing for this and so on and so on. This unfortunately happens too often, and this is what people started to speak about this. Now, when this happened, they got hacked. They crypto scammed other people. They created a fake crypto coin, and they scammed a lot of money from a lot of people. This is through the official account. After that, they did this and also scammed a lot of money from people. This is what people talked about. This is not good. If to be optimistic, saying not good. What actually happens? They get in, they ransom, they say, hey, do you want your account back? It's going to cost you. In the same time, because they're not waiting for your money, what they'll do is try to promote scams, whether they'll use your advertising budget, maybe they'll throw in a nice crypto scam, and from there on out, they'll start grabbing a lot of money from people. These are just some of the names that happened in the past year. All the biggest brands in the world, from the Disneys to the Fords to the McDonald's, throw a name of a brand, probably got hacked. But hacking is not the only thing. We said also the comments. Everybody seen this? The McDonald's incident, right? Bad piece of content. You can all agree, right? However, nobody actually looked at what happened in the comments, right? If I'm Colgate, I got a lot of traffic now. Thank you, McDonald's, right? What happened if this was Burger King? Oh, actually, Burger King did something about it. Okay? So traffic from McDonald's goes to somewhere else. And people saying, I deleted McDonald's app because of this. Definitely not good. What happens? You promote a post, bad or good, whatever. Somebody goes to your comments, try to take away your traffic, your audience, take it somewhere else, maybe scam them along the line, and use that to their advantage. What happens when you're a very big brand doing support, like Ryanair, right? You're promoting a post, and then people create fake accounts. Hey, I'm the agent, the support agent of Ryanair, right? You're posting something, hey, I didn't get my ticket. Somebody answers you, say, thank you for saying this. I'm the support agent of Ryanair. What's your credit card number? I want to refund you. And they get money. They start to communicate with them. Ryanair Airlines is not Ryanair Airlines. Why? Because this is the official one. These are not real agents. This is happening right now in social. This is screenshots we took. What really happens is that comments is the way you have your community engaged. If I can take over it, I can do whatever I want there. And the only way for you to fight it is manually, one by one. What do you do when you have hundreds? Physically can't do it. But don't worry, I told you I'm going to give you things you can do yourself, right? So we're going to start with the social media security playbook. By the way, you can get it through us if somebody wants it, like a physical one. We are right here. But there's a few things that you can do yourself. Take a screenshot because we don't have much time. But again, you can get the full thing from us. And also there's a QR in the end. So you can set password protection. This is things you can do yourself right now. But also, how do you enforce governance? Who have access? What happens when they leave? How do you do this over time? How do you make sure only the ones that should have access actually do have access? And what happens when you have agencies, freelancers you work with, interns, and so on and so on? They continuously get access through personal stuff, through their personal Facebook profile, through a shared username and password like in Instagram. Have you ever seen, or think about yourself, when was the last time that you ever connected to your Instagram account? Reconnected, I mean. It's been a while, right? This is exactly what happens right now in your brand Instagram account. Because the only way somebody gets logged out is either if they use a new device or if you change a password. That's the only two ways. Therefore, they are still in unless you do something about it. Now think how many people still have access to your stuff. How do you prevent the scams? Quick screenshots, guys, so we don't miss it. Perfect. In short, you can use keywords. Unfortunately, keywords can get you so far. What do you do about GIFs, videos? What happens? What do you do about different languages? Again, we can help, but take a quick screenshot of that. And again, you can take the full playbook from us, so you don't need to remember anything. Sounds good? Perfect. Now, because DMWF are such great people, we collaborated so that we give free audits. Okay, free audits, no strings attached, no credentials needed. This is view-only sandbox. If you scan it, it's not the audit. Don't worry. This is just to book it. Okay, it's free of charge. You can do whatever with it afterwards. You don't have to use us afterwards. This is just for you to know what's happening right now in your accounts. Perfect. And the last thing, just before Q&A, we have a webinar with Ned Navarra, who's an amazing person doing marketing with the biggest brands in the world. And Slack, we're going to talk about how every brand in the world should protect itself in today's era, especially with AI.